On this week's ADCs of Wrestling, we preview Hell in a Cell. We talk a whole bunch of WWE Evolution. It's a pay-per-view. You've probably heard about it. And what in the world is going on with Raw? Let's go.
Let's go!
Let's go! Oh, hell yeah!
Are you ready for a show with questionable wrestling impressions by a guy I know?
It's gotta, yeah.
ADC!
Ooh, yeah, dig it.
ADC!
Let me tell you something, ADC.
He watches wrestling!
Matt the Mark is awesome,
Do you know your ADCs, the ADCs of wrestling?
Welcome to the ADCs of Wrestling. I'm your host, the Weird Al of Wrestling, Andrew David Cox, the man with the gimmick of Mimic, Mr. Some Days Off, Canada's greatest export, ADC, and also Matt the Mark is here.
Wow. Hey, thanks for the great intro. I really appreciate you boosting yourself and then just saying my name. That's all you did.
That's how we do it, pal. I put myself over, kid.
It's good to be back, man. I missed your face.
Yeah. It's been like three weeks, maybe
3
a
weeks?
month since we actually sat across a table
Yeah, 'cause
together.
last week we didn't have a show. The week before that, Mickey was on, which he did a ridiculously amazing job. And
You're right. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
And I mean, screw that guy because he's going to take my job. Being an on-air personality.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, I was doing the air quotes.
I miss Kevin Mickey's. Is that Kevin?
No, it's Matt the Mark.
Oh, shit. That motherfucker's back.
Yes, he's back.
You know what, Steve?
What?
I thought we had a decent relationship. I laugh at your stupid jokes.
My jokes aren't stupid. Your face is stupid, you piece of trash. And that's the bottom line. Throw me a beer and we're friends.
I'm not
Don't
going
throw
to
him
do
a
it.
beer.
I'm not
Don't.
doing it.
Don't.
I'm not doing it. I've
Also-
been here long enough. I know.
Yeah. Also, Steve, maybe keep it down, okay? My neighbors have a newborn baby.
Oh, sorry, kid. Rock-a-bye, baby, from the treetops. When Austin wins, the crowd will pop. What?
So you just yelled.
I mean, that was sweet, but he got louder.
Yeah, he got way louder. Wow. Well, we're back.
Hey.
The ADCs of Wrestling is back, folks. Let's run down the show. We're going to have some news from around the world of pro wrestling. You know, a little news, just a dash of news.
Sure.
We're going to give our Hell in a Cell predictions, which makes this a super easy week.
Yep.
We're going to talk, a little Raw and SmackDown at the same time. And, of course, we're going to have just 2 tweets. So,
Cool.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
By the way, I just wanted to talk about last week, the show. We just didn't get to it. And I'll be completely honest. What happened was...
I was available, just saying.
You were available. I was super busy, and then I was thinking, I was like, how could we have a show this week without having seen All In? And then I thought about having to watch All In, and I thought about having to watch, and I just didn't feel like watching it, and I was like, there's something wrong here. I was like, I can't do the show when I'm not like invested or not interested. So I don't know. I was just struggling last week. And
So did you watch All In?
I have not yet seen All In.
Okay.
I have not seen it yet. No.
Well, let me tell you, I watched it. I didn't watch it.
No, you didn't. We both haven't seen it. So
I really want to. It's killing me.
I know.
But I also feel like it's so far gone now at this point that I know everything that happened. So watching it would be just, I don't know, for the sake to say that I watched it.
I'll watch it at some point because I need to see it and I need to see how the crowd reacted. And it's going to be thought of as one of those more important shows rather than like whether
probably
it was
the
a
biggest
great
show
show
of the year, right?
Yeah, it's the most important thing for wrestling.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of what happened. I kind of got down last week. I'm just like, if I don't even feel like watching this, how can I do a pod? And I'll be honest, sometimes I get really stupidly stressed out into my own head. So that's what happened.
Come on. No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm a total basket
I love
case.
my 3 a.m. texts of, ugh, I just finished Raw, ugh.
Yeah, it doesn't help that WWE is spitting out hot garbage on Monday nights. It's just sprinkling a dash of ridiculousness on top of everything that's going on.
So with just how busy I've been with the new job and so on.
That too.
I honestly, I hadn't had the time to sit down. I actually was like 3 weeks behind. I haven't watched Raw in at least the last 2.
Oh, congratulations.
And so I was sitting there last night. I'm like, oh man, I really need to watch this stuff. We're doing the podcast tomorrow. We're locked in. We're going to do it. And then I thought, you know what? From a different perspective, I didn't watch it.
Wait, you didn't watch Raw last
flat
night?
out have not seen Raw for the last 2 weeks. Now I followed along on Twitter.
Come on.
I've followed along on Twitter. I was going to do it, and then I was like, no, like I think I followed along enough to get it, and here was my reasoning behind it, is I wanted to get a bit of a different perspective from someone who didn't see it, but was just following along on Twitter. And my initial thought was, holy crap, is wrestling Twitter negative
Yes.
as shit.
Oh my God, that's all we do is we complain, we commiserate. That is
Man.
what Twitter is.
Like normally when I watch it, I'm like, okay, you know what? These segments aren't great, but it's an entertainment thing. It's a show. Every show has a bad episode, blah, blah, blah. But the vile that some people put out there.
Oh, it's pure venom.
It's unbelievable. And I was just like, I feel like everyone needs to just take a step back a little bit.
Well, that's easy to say coming from somebody who didn't sit through Raw.
But that's why I didn't watch it, because I wanted to give this sort of perspective. Because even if I had watched it, I do sometimes still feel like that. Like we need to just step back and be like, this is a TV show. Let's maybe chill out a bit.
Is Kevin coming back? This guy's full of shit.
Damn it, Steve.
He's right. You're full of
Anyways,
it.
but I did watch SmackDown, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, at least you watched some of the wrestling we're here to talk about.
Listen,
We're off to a really great start. Hey, guys, guess what? We're back. We didn't watch All In. One of us didn't see Raw, but we're going to talk about what's going to happen anyway.
But I purposely didn't watch Raw.
Oh, well. We're not really here to be authority figures. We're just here to have some fun. So let's have some fun,
I wanted
goddammit.
to give a perspective, an opinion from a different...
Shut up. Shut up and let's have fun.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, speaking of fun.
Yo, your neighbor's got a new baby.
Yeah, you're right.
Shut the hell up, ADC. That baby's trying to sleep. Rock about neighbor,
Nope,
baby.
nope. Stop
Shut
it,
up,
Steve. Stop.
You're jerks.
Yes, we are. He's really...
It's good to be back, man. I actually feel great.
It's great. Why don't we just get the Undertaker in here right now and just, no. Next
Why?
week, though.
What, is he doing something? Like, is he back in WWE?
Yeah, he might. Maybe if you watch the show, you'd know.
Oh,
That everybody thought that
Was
he's going
he
to come
on?
out of retirement and all this stuff. Anyway, we'll chat about it.
Oh,
He's going to
okay,
be here
cool.
next week. We're going to talk to the Undertaker. We're going to have some questions for him based on his appearance next week and all this ridiculousness with Triple H and Shawn Michaels that is part of why I've just been rolling my eyes for the last 2 days.
by the way, I was joking. I knew Undertaker was on Raw.
I know you know
Okay,
that.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Cool.
Shut up.
Just want
anyway,
to make sure,
speaking of fun...
Wee.
We're going to play a little game this week I called Doggy Roulette. It's not as bad or mean or cruel as it sounds. What happened is usually when Maddie comes over, I draw the curtains so that, first of all, people can't see our weird lovemaking routines. And secondly...
Nope.
Yeah,
That
that's
is not what happens.
and secondly, the doggy likes to bark at people, passers-by, as it were. And, Vanguard Dog 1 is very... boisterous and good God dog, yes.
He is very vocal when he needs to be.
But right now, he's just laying peacefully in his bed, just sleeping, enjoying my dulcet tones, and just feeling comfort in the warmth and velvety, envelope of my vocal cords. So he's just he's having a good time there, Bert, just hanging out,
Yeah. By the way, I mean, you're looking very nice today.
I'm looking nice today.
You look very lovely.
Not until we draw the curtains, Maddie.
Oh, right. Sorry. Sorry.
The Golden Lovers 2 in the house. Anyway, what I was originally going to say when I said speaking of fun, I was in a little fun YouTube video on the page Wrestling with Regret.
Is it out already?
Yeah, Brian Zane, the influencer.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Here, let's watch it.
It's like a few minutes long, but you're welcome to put it on and just play it in the background.
Oh, okay,
do what
cool.
you want to do.
Cool.
Anyway, he got together a bunch of members of Wrestling YouTube to do a cover of "If You Only Knew," which is on the old WWF Piledriver album.
Right.
So I don't actually appear on camera. I like to kind of live the gimmick. My gimmick is mimic, like
Yes,
I said. So
yeah.
you'll see. I found a creative way to be a part of it, which is fun because I didn't have to embarrass myself and dance like all the guys from Wrestle Talk and Cultaholic and stuff. So
Right.
But it was fun to be a part of it with them, and
I look
get
forward to
yelled
seeing
at by all the people on the internet that said that we're idiots and cringy and whatever, everything that's wrong with wrestling. But that's cool.
I mean, that's the point of it. So,
That is the point of it. And we already talked about All In, how we think it's important, and we haven't seen it. What else? What
I'll
happened
go
this week?
watch it. Fine.
Hey, how about
God.
Renee Young? Renee Young, who actually came from Toronto in the television industry. She used to work where Kevin Mickey works right now.
Sorry, isn't it Tirana?
Toronto?
Like
Toronto?
I feel like Kevin Mickey taught me something 2 weeks ago that people that say Toronto are the worst.
Yeah. For
'Cause
saying it correct.
I agree. No, that's wrong.
No, it's not wrong. It's correct.
Do you say kitten?
No, sometimes.
Kitten?
No, I say kitten.
Mitten?
Kitten.
So why don't you say Toronto?
I mean, I do say Toronto in casual conversation, but
So-
I feel when I throw my podcaster voice on, I'm always like, here in Toronto, blah, blah,
Toronto,
blah.
Ontario.
Yeah. You got to
enough.
enunciate, I'm usually a mumbling, stupid millennial, so when I get the microphone in front of my face, I have to,
Right.
practice on.
Right. Do you want to get back on track?
I kind of do.
Fault.
I don't want to be here forever.
Yeah.
Renee Young, who came from where Kevin is right now at Old Sportsnet.
Pretty amazing stuff, actually. Very excited. Her appearance, what was that, 3-4 weeks ago, whatever it was.
I didn't think it was that long ago.
It really wasn't, and pretty well, like, immediately everyone was calling for her to be full-time, especially with Coach being so kind of wishy-washy, it seems, with the Golf Channel and all that crap. I mean, it makes sense. If you're going to go through this evolution, have an entire women's pay-per-view, why? Why can't you have someone as talented as Renee on the desk? So,
I got one hyphenated word for Coach, pre-show.
Yeah.
Because that's where he's going to be at now.
Well, that's where Booker is, so no, there's no room.
What?
Booker's on the pre-show.
Yeah.
All pay-per-views.
No, Coach is now taking over as the host of the pre-show.
Oh, see, I didn't watch Raw, so I don't know that.
Well, it was on the news stuff, the articles and the whatnots. Anyway, that's the thing. Did you see this Evolution cards has supposedly leaked?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Yes, I know. Okay, kayfabe, Matt. Kayfabe. God damn.
What, you could just say, hey, let's talk about that thing you sent me?
Okay, let's talk about that thing you sent me. The kayfabe is dead.
Yeah.
The Evolution card, it's technically it's a pay-per-view. If only there were like a song to explain that. There's no dudes and stuff.
I feel like you've sang it a few times.
Yeah, I probably have.
It's an interesting card.
I feel like we could actually devote like a whole chunk of the show just to breaking down whether we think this is real.
There's a lot here, though.
Has anybody disproved this card?
No, not that I've seen. I've seen more people talk about the rumored leak card than it being fake.
Yeah,
because I mean, this looks.
Don't say anything yet. I just got to give. There's a big spoiler alert right now.
Yes.
If you don't want to know the results to the Mae Young Classic and also a lot of the booking for what's going to be leading into Evolution at the end of October, so another good month and a half of booking, skip ahead like a good 5 minutes because we're probably going to chat about this for a little bit. But some of the really interesting stuff
really
here.
Interesting. I love it.
I mean, we've got Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Ivory teaming against the Riot Squad. So Ivory making a comeback. That's kind of crazy.
Yep.
There's the classic of the Mae Young finale. I'm just not even going to say that.
No, don't say the names.
That could ruin a whole program for you guys. A 21 Battle Royal with the winner facing Kairi Sane for the Women's Championship. So obviously she doesn't drop it before then. Asuka versus Ember Moon. A really crazy one here is Naomi versus Melina. So for Melina to just come back out of the blue and somehow get a one-off match against Naomi. This is one of the most like random things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder. And then another big one here after this is Mickie James versus Lita. So I guess, I don't know, Lita, you've got Trish paired with somebody. I don't know, like, is this
Mickie
the battle
James for Trish's friendship or something, maybe?
I don't know. Why is Mickie James the one to take on Lita? I would rather see Lita against somebody that she can kind of pass the torch to. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, even though it's a comeback thing, I would rather see somebody a little more dynamic. Like, I would rather see an Ember Moon versus Lita or somebody else who's a little more high-flying. Like, bring out, like, well, Kairi Sane Lita, that doesn't work because she's champ, but that would be awesome. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
and then her championship match is on there. You got Bliss versus Trish Stratus. Kelly's in here in a tag match with Alicia. That's the worst tag team in history.
But the important part of this is what's at the end of this actual thing here is that it is for the women's tag team championship.
Oh yes,
and both Sonya Deville. So I mean,
I totally glossed over that. You're right.
The two teams that are the most important in this that are regulars would be Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Yep.
And the Iconics. So it looks like one of those two teams.
And Beth Phoenix and Natalia. Which is
I mean, Beth's not coming back full time. I would assume.
No, probably not. They're all going to be part of this big show, and
which is cool. Like, definitely, yeah, okay, well
Sorry.
played. But I mean, the fact that this is listed out here, that
this is big. This is big news.
And there's actually when you're looking at it, there's a number 2. It says special announcement segment.
Yeah,
and I'm wondering if that might be what that announcement is. Is hey, at the end of the night, there's going to be we're introducing these belts, which could be very cool.
Yeah, there was a women's championship match at the beginning with Dakota Kai
for the NXT UK women's championship.
Women's championship. Rhea Ripley. Also at the bottom here, the main event, we obviously have Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair, which makes a whole lot of sense.
Yep.
But the main event of the whole thing is Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. And a lot of people are like, that doesn't seem believable. Why would Nikki Bella be in the match? Are you kidding? 100,000% Nikki Bella is the woman that they would put in the main event with Ronda.
I don't know
Rousey.
why she wouldn't be.
People are like, well, she's like a part-timer. I can't believe they'd throw her in there with Ronda, who's also kind of a glorified part. I'm like, dude, it's Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
She's like the biggest like icon they have as far as women's, enterprises and everything. Like they
At least
have
that someone,
they have like
they have
3
the
reality
Bellas.
shows based on them.
They have their own clothing line, 2 of
Yeah.
them, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean,
Plus-
she's the female John Cena.
Yeah, and I mean, she hasn't been around for a little while, kind of fixing up since injuries and all that fun stuff.
a big
but
deal.
It's not like she just took time off to do a movie or something like that either.
I can't wait for those promos she's going to cut on Ronda.
Well,
it's going to be so dope.
I mean,
Ronda, you've been here for like a week, and I've been here for like 10 years. I should be the Raw Women's Champion.
Ugh.
And then Ronda will just like punch her. It'll be dope.
and that's the thing is that it's just, it's not a believable matchup at all in terms of
No, physically,
like,
no.
I mean, thinking of anyone in WWE that could face Ronda and give her somewhat of a decent match. Nikki Bella is not the first name that comes to mind.
That's wrestling, though.
But that's wrestling. So
We're
everyone
talking
just
about
chill
Ronda Rousey, whom just got super injured by being thrown into the padded wall. And then attacked by Mickie James, whose kicks are some of the weakest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I will give her props on the baseball slide because it at least looked good. But we'll talk about that later in the body of the show,
Cool.
if you will. Simone Johnson has begun training at the WWE Performance Center. Simone Johnson is obviously the daughter of a pretty famous dude, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You might have heard of him. The Rock.
Who?
The Rock.
Who?
Gonna move along.
I haven't done that in a while. Had to do it.
Yeah. Have I told you today that I hate you?
That's my thing.
That is your line.
Stop it.
Tables have turned, bitch. Anyway,
Aggressive.
Daniel Bryan also, this is kind of old news, but we haven't really talked about it. He's definitely already inked a new multi-year deal with WWE. And you were
Super
saying
surprising.
that it wasn't going to happen. You were more like marking out about how he was going to go to the Indies, and I was telling you that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
He
I
can make more money
totally
with WWE.
didn't see this happening. I mean, you can go back and listen. Like, I was all like, no, he's got to leave. He's not going to sign. So, super surprised that this is what happened. So, I mean,
Really?
no, obviously not. Everyone knew he was going to stay in WWE. And the people excited about him possibly going to the Indies.
I feel
give
like
your
you were
head a
marking
shake.
out over it. I think you were
No.
like, is he going to stay, though? Is he going to I'm like, no, of course he's
I
going
like
stay.
to point out that there's an option in front of him. I wasn't marking out that he was going to leave.
But you're a mark. You're the mark. That's the thing, right?
I mean, I get it, but
that's the gimmick.
ugh,
Gotta live the gimmick, kid.
See, Steve knows.
that is mostly my fault.
Yes. We're gonna have Taker on next week, like I said. I just got to talk a bit about this Super Showdown build-up that they've been like. I'd be totally remiss if I didn't talk about Taker and Michaels and everything last week.
Can I just? I know it
And
is
like
funny
everybody thinks that Michaels is coming back to face Taker right now, and I got to say, the WWE have done a fantastic
Sorry,
job.
Do you want to say that again?
I did say it again. And I
Try
said
it-
it correctly.
try it
So
again.
shut your face. WWE have done a fantastic job of setting up Undertaker, Shawn Michaels.
I mean, yeah. I don't.
But that's
WrestleMania?
it.
I mean, I guess WrestleMania.
Well, I don't even know how it's possible to think that that's not happening now, but it's probably not. They were just doing that to play with people, and they've been trying to find
That's
a way.
possible.
They've been trying to find a way to make Triple H and Undertaker interesting, and we're
Throw Shawn Michaels in there. Why not?
yeah, I guess so, and we're trying to believe that it's a big deal just because they're like they haven't wrestled in a while, so now they're gonna have a match. So now there's tons of heat there because we told them to have a match in Sydney.
This is the one thing that does kind of bug me about the E right now
I'm gonna take you down.
is, and yes, we haven't seen All In, but we know what All In was, and the fact that All In put on this amazing event, and WWE counters with a couple retired guys to boost a show that likely isn't even going to be on the network, or no, it is on the.
retired.
It's just they're putting so much more promotion into this Super Showdown than they are into Evolution, other than saying don't forget about Evolution on pay-per-view 15 times
Sure.
a show, but there's no promotion of matches or storyline or anything. They're doing more for this Super Showdown that means absolutely nothing with
Yeah.
retired guys. Like, come on. Come on.
At least they're trying and not just treating it like a house show, even though that's what it's gonna be. But like, they're just coming out of nowhere, just being like, "Hey, Triple H and Undertaker are wrestling," so it's a big deal because it's gonna be the last time ever, and they got a bunch of retired guys to cut promos for it and all that stuff. That's fun. But I'll tell you one thing: I'm not retired, but Shawn Michaels is, and I'll put you down again. I kind of enjoyed the segment.
I don't know.
At least it felt like something happened on Raw, but
I suppose. But I mean, that shouldn't be your main.
It felt misleading. I really don't see.
Yeah.
If Shawn Michaels comes back, I'll tell you who I don't want him to face.
The Undertaker?
The Undertaker.
Yeah.
I want him to come back and face somebody young who can go and elevate Shawn, because you know Shawn's going to be, despite the fact that he's probably still incredible, he's going to be rusty. He's not going to be the same.
I was going to say, is he though? Because is he not just working his ass off at the Performance Center right now?
Well,
like that guy might be more in shape than half the roster.
There's still a little rust with timing and stuff. Once you get out there in front of an actual crowd.
Once you get to an age, absolutely, it gets there. But I don't know. I feel like if you put him in a ring with like AJ Styles or someone else like that,
but that's who I want to see.
Need to carry him is what I mean.
That's what I would want to see though. I'd want to see AJ Styles or somebody like a Finn Balor, somebody on the roster who can really.
I mean,
go.
It's not gonna happen.
I would legit rather see Shawn Michaels try to shut up like Elias or Baron Corbin.
That would be pretty
than
cool.
The Undertaker.
That would be pretty cool.
I'd rather see a young heel that needs that kind of heat, that has somebody to face off with that they actually hate. Anyway, that's my rant. I'm kind of sick of this whole stupid setup, and we're going to get more of it next week, I'm sure. Shall we talk about Hell in a Cell?
Sure. I mean, it is kind of coming up, I suppose, this Sunday.
It's definitely coming up.
Yeah.
Let's start with the biggie. Okay, let's start with a big match. And we can talk about how upset I've been with the booking. And I'm going to be negative this week because Raw is just pissing me off. It really is. It's making me so angry because it makes no sense.
You know what happens? Don't watch it. You don't get as angry.
That's going to be the case. I'm going to stop watching and I'm just going to stop podcasting and life is going to be great. Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman, Hell in a Cell. We can talk about the insertion of Mick Foley as a special guest referee and the great promo he cut with Elias, which is pretty cool.
Awesome promo.
But they've also been there and done that. But I like that he's going to be involved in the match.
But why? This is what I don't get is...
I don't know. Every year they try to remind us how great Hell in a Cell was 20 years ago.
There was no story about him getting into this other than making an appearance, and now he's the special guest referee? This is the thing that bugs me is, again, coming off All In with all these young, new, up-and-coming people, and you're running out these retired guys. And I get Mick Foley has one of the greatest bumps of all time.
Well, we've talked about it a lot.
Yeah, I get it, but come on.
I don't know if this is sacrilege as a wrestling fan to say this, but when they had Foley come out and he gave that impassioned promo, I rolled my eyes a little bit. Like I was like, Mick, I love you, man, and I love this fire that you have, and I love that you're out there with Elias and you keep talking about how Elias is going to be a star for years to come and how he's talented and he knows how to put people over. It's great. But I also was like, this is exactly the same thing he did before Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose went into the cell. And It's just kind of, they just keep playing the same songs over and over again, and I want some new ish.
It was only, a year and a half ago that he was the GM of Raw.
Yeah,
it's not like he's been gone that
and he
long.
Probably gave that same speech before Hell in a Cell when he was here.
I can't wait for Triple H to take over, because Vince just wants to run these old guys out, and like, I'm not saying I don't like these guys and that I don't want to see them every once in a while.
Goddamn, pal, you're a jerk face.
But why is Mick Foley being put in the center of arguably the biggest match on the card?
I don't hate that part. I honestly don't.
I do. There's no point or reason to it.
Okay, well, let's talk about the point or reasoning to like Baron Corbin apparently like having authority over the police to send them in, and like we've got the Shield. I can't even like put into words how this all worked out, but how much I hate it all. You've got the Shield being arrested last week. They're somehow arraigned and then sent back
in front of a judge. and got out on
Yes.
bail in
Yeah.
a matter of an hour and a half.
They should change the name to Roman Reigns because this guy is just...
come
sorry,
on.
that was terrible. But have them come back out. I know it's wrestling, but like they're driving the police van, so obviously they've stolen police property, which
Right?
makes no sense. And this week they're out there. They've got a sack full of axe handles again, which where do you buy just axe handles in bulk with no axes on it?
I mean, you can.
All an axe handle does is draw massive attention to the fact that there's no actual axe on the axe handle. Just like, oh, they just made it less harmful, and
good
now
point.
they're here to hit people with it.
That's a good point.
Get
I will
baseball
say-
bats. It's the same effect.
I will say, not watching Raw, but following along on Twitter, I was beyond confused as to what was happening on the shows.
I was too, and I watched.
Because I felt like my Twitter wasn't updating in the right order or something. Because I would keep updating it, and then something was
Shield are
happening.
here. The Shield are arrested. The Shield are back. Dean and Seth are back. They're not dressed in Shield gear.
And wait, also Kevin Owens apparently it didn't quit, and now he's back.
Oh, Kevin Owens last week just showed up
No.
after quitting the week
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
and attacked Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
And now this week he's like, I'm mad because Bobby Lashley hurt Sami Zayn. So there's your explanation. But also I'm coming out with Braun Strowman, who I have
Who
lots of
embarrassed me
issues
for
with.
a month and a half.
Yeah, whom I can't get away with, and I'm cutting promos about not. I'm just so frustrated, and I'm like, why is this happening?
It would have been so much better for him. Wow, tangent, but that yeah. Anyways, it would have been so much better for Kevin Owens to just be off TV for a while.
They're going to be arrested, and they're going to go to jail for a long time if they don't leave Raw, the Shield. So Roman Reigns just disappears, and then back comes Seth and Dean dressed differently.
Obviously,
And they just, Corbin's just like, oh, I don't know what to do about this then. There's a loophole. And they're mean mugging the cops before they get arrested. Like, people get shot for mean mugging police in this day and age. You don't just stare down a police officer like it's nothing and then like walk away. It's just so, it's just so ridiculous. It just, everything was so stupid. And then,
why isn't Seth defending the IC title? Why is he in a Raw Tag Team Championship match?
I don't know, why not? And why is Dean like joking about like having a cop in his back pocket? He's just joking around. He's like, next time I need a police officer. He's just being funny Dean again. I thought Dean was coming back to be like a badass killer. I don't know. And then Roman
Raw's
Reigns.
a mess.
Yes. Braun Strowman's got the dogs of war now, and he's just running around looking for Roman Reigns, throwing people into clangy poles that are always there. The fucking clangy poles are going to give me a panic attack. I can't stand the stupid clangy poles.
You're so angry.
My eyes are going to get
got to
stuck.
make noise for the camera. Tang 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 tang.
They're just leaning against a box where Braun happens to throw some stagehand, and they're there every week. People are just leaving them there. My eyes are going to get stuck in the back of my head because I just sit there rolling them like The Undertaker the entire show. I'm unhappy with Raw.
It's like even us sitting here trying to talk about one story, we went off on like 4 or 5 little tangents there.
It's just all so
Which shows
crazy.
how just much of a mess Raw is right now. And wow, you probably heard that. I just hit my nose on the microphone. But I don't know how they're sitting backstage thinking, wow, this is, boom, we're killing it, guys. Really, this is brilliant.
What if they're arrested? Well, wouldn't they be like off TV for a longer
No,
time?
no.
That's cool. Just write some line. Have Mike Rome report that they were released. It's so nonsensical, and I'm just starting to think like, why am I watching this? But whatever. Whatever.
It's a little nuts, and I'm hoping that after this it clears up a little bit, maybe.
Where's Roman Reigns?
Oh my God,
God.
Braun, what are you doing here?
Have you seen Roman Reigns?
No.
Didn't you find Roman last night and get a Samoan drop?
I'll ask the questions here, ADC. Matt the Mark. Where's Roman Reigns?
So scary.
This is ridiculously frightening. Braun, please leave us alone.
Why are you here?
I'm not finished with Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Why is he here?
I don't know.
Again.
I don't know. He's back. Roman's not in my house in Burlington, Ontario, Canada. This is a ridiculous situation. Anyway, can we move on? I mean, I guess we should predict the match. Roman versus Braun Strowman.
there are matches.
There's
right?
a match.
Is that how we got started on this? Was this
I just
match?
wanted to start with this match because I have so much to say about this storyline and how stupid it's been.
We went through...
The Shield has been so dumb since they came back.
Yeah, after starting so good. He's not Roman. He's not going to lose. He's not going to lose it already.
He can't lose it already.
No, there's no way.
And if they do have him lose it already, I will quit the podcast. So this match is for the Universal title
And the ADCs of
The
wrestling.
future of the ADCs of wrestling is on the line.
That is a massive stipulation.
Hell in a cell.
I don't know why like Undertaker's cutting promos.
Hell in a cell. For the Universal title and the ADCs of wrestling.
That is big. That just turned into a huge
It's a
wrestling
massive
match.
card.
Yeah.
This card is sick.
I love that we just talked for 10 minutes about one match.
It's
We have
gonna
a
be
full
an awful
card to
match.
go through.
Yeah, well, we can speed through some of the rest of
Well,
it.
yeah, considering the rest of Raw is all kind of intermingled anyway because it's a disaster.
Let's talk about the other title program that
Which
is
one?
so much better. AJ Styles
sorry.
versus Samoa Joe.
I thought you were talking about the Intercontinental. Sorry.
No. I'm kind of going out of order on this match card here, but
See, now this is a show that has mostly made sense chronologically and over time.
yeah. I said it on Twitter last night. I feel like the difference is SmackDown is telling wrestling stories, and that's always kind of been, the MO for SmackDown. Most of the stories are just based like Samoa Joe is being an antagonist, but it's because he wants that title.
Yeah.
And I know Braun Strowman wants the title, the Universal title, but there's just so much
There's too much
ridiculousness
around
going
it.
on.
Yeah.
And like this Samoa Joe thing, that story that he told last night with the cool video effects,
Yeah.
like I'm all in on this. I think this is a great storyline. And AJ's little promo was okay. It was kind of cheeseball, but whatever.
So
Samoa Joe's a real piece of he's a piece of garbage. Censor himself.
Did like that part. But when did the empty arena promos become a thing? Was it just last week with
Miz
Miz
did
and
it too.
Maurice? Because I'd never seen it before, and then they did it last week, which I thought was hilarious.
They do it every now and again. I seem to remember them doing it
before.
Yeah, I seem to remember them doing it with Seth Rollins once, where he was like up in the stands. He was in like the 300 level.
Yeah, but how long ago was that?
A couple years ago, probably.
Yeah.
This is a while ago, I'm thinking. But yeah,
Is
I don't
this
know.
is this the new colorful graphics that they're just going to do week to week? And
Okay,
everyone's
you know
gonna be
what?
like,
You know what? SmackDown sucks. That's it. You're right.
That's exactly where
That's
I was
it.
going.
You're right.
That's it. Just hit stop.
You've colored. Speaking of colorful, you've colored my opinion.
Everyone
SmackDown
loses.
sucks.
Everyone loses.
Red, blue, it doesn't matter. It's all shit. Fuck it. We're having fun.
I was just confused. I was just curious. I was just asking a question. Anyways,
I don't know.
I liked it. I liked the empty arena, thing. Anyway,
I love all the AJ goes night and all that stuff is going to be so. It's so interesting. This match is going to be great because we saw it at SummerSlam just starting. You know what I mean? They're
so good too.
They're kicking it off now, and it's going to get more intense. We're hopefully going to get possibly an actual result out of this match rather than
You think we're
just
going to get a
more of a
result
schmoz
already?
finish. Well,
They've been talking a lot about keeping AJ keeping his cool. So
Yeah.
what happened at SummerSlam doesn't happen again. But
I know
is this program over?
I don't think it's over. I think we're going to get another match or two. I would love to see Samoa Joe win this championship because there's more potential for me in a Samoa Joe title run at this point than there is for AJ. Because although I love AJ and I love long title reigns, we've kind of seen a lot of, we've seen a lot of his run. And what we've seen lately is we've seen that he's not the focal point of SmackDown.
No, not even close.
He's in the middle of the
He's
show,
mid-card.
and every show completely revolves around Daniel Bryan. So
Yep.
I think it would be really fantastic to. This feud can continue, but I think it would be great to see like Daniel Bryan going for the title against a heel Samoa Joe. I want more
Yeah,
Joe.
I agree.
And I want Daniel Bryan with a more vicious opponent. Like the Miz has gotten under his skin and they have a personal issue. As JR would say, personal issue. But I love the heel that Samoa Joe is, like that evil. And I think Daniel Bryan facing off against a big bully like that, it would be much the same as this, the AJ Styles story. But like, I don't know, that excites me. Daniel Bryan versus Samoa Joe for the championship. The world title.
I have to agree with you because I think Daniel Bryan and The Miz.
It's going to continue though.
Yeah, it's going to continue, but I think we'll see a break from it, and I think that's what they were doing with this mixed match tag team. Wow, mixed. Wow, you know what I mean? Trying to say
mixed
I am
tag team
having
match.
a
The
tough
mixed tag
time.
team match, yes.
I think that's why they're doing this so that they can kind of take a break from it a little bit.
Right.
And then Daniel Bryan can maybe go and do something else. I don't know if we see the payoff in this Samoa Joe AJ Styles thing right now because it's so money.
Yeah. I agree. They could keep it going for a while.
I fully agree with you. It would be amazing.
Survivor Series is a break too.
Survivor
after
Series
Evolution.
is a break. So there's right.
And I don't think there's going to be a men's card in October.
Oh, so maybe they could. That actually changes things a little bit.
So who's your pick?
I'm going to say AJ Styles. I don't think they switch the belt, even though I think Samoa with the belt would be amazing.
I'll pick Samoa Joe just to make it interesting.
Cool.
Also, if AJ Styles wins, the podcast is over.
No, you can't. I'm assuming that who kept Raider kept score for us last time. Raider House?
No, I think it was Ramador.
Was it Ramador?
I think it was Ramador.
I don't know. I think I had two or three different people message me with our picks. So
yeah, that's
thank God someone's keeping track.
I'm not keeping track. I'm not putting any extra work into this anymore. Let's talk about that mixed tag match. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, whom is somehow inexplicably on 2 shows at once, involved in this mixed tag match with Maurice, who somehow inexplicably had a baby like 5 months ago. That's also crazy.
Unfriggin' believable. Good for her.
I didn't love them going this direction with it, involving the wives and stuff in the feud, but I think that it does make sense that they're just doing this to elongate that feud because they just needed to. There needed to be something else sprinkled in
I totally
to keep
agree.
this going.
That's it, and that's kind of exactly what I was alluding to before, was I think they were using this to kind of put a break in this feud between Miz and Daniel Bryan. But I also thought maybe it was to set up something for Evolution, which I don't know.
Yeah, there's nothing really. There's no Brie, there's no Maurice there.
So
that's not to say that that's totally fact, but
of course. But I don't know. What do I think?
I think Daniel Bryan and Brie are going to get a win here. What do you think? You on board? Same thoughts? What?
Yeah, I think Daniel Bryan and Brie will get the win here just because I don't know, they're the face and it's Daniel Bryan and Brie. But I think it won't make Daniel Bryan happy, and this feud will continue down the road at some point.
Well, it has to continue. It has to move back to just the 2 of them, right? Because that match between them was super unsatisfying.
If this ends up being the payoff of that entire feud, this podcast is over.
That's it. If this is the blow off, it's the blow off of the ADCs of wrestling. Every match, there's the stakes. I really want to end the podcast, guys. So we're going to put something in every match that could end it. We're going to play a game I call Podcast Roulette.
If one of these 2 guys or girls win, this podcast is over.
Playing Doggy Roulette, whom, by the way, we're losing hard.
Yeah,
he's doing great.
He's kicking both our asses.
Yeah. How great was it on SmackDown when The Miz pulled Brie out of the ring and he just had that oh shit moment where he's just like, oh, he's going to win. I got to pull her out. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I didn't mean to hurt you like that.
Whoops.
Oh, God, that's his wife. I've hurt a lady, and I'm going to get my ass kicked by Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan just definitely fed into him.
Yeah, I mean, it was good.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed SmackDown.
So I'm trying to undersell you here. No, it was good. SmackDown, as normal, was good.
Was better than Raw.
Yeah, way better.
It made more sense.
Especially when you compare them. Like, there's an actual story going on in every feud that makes sense.
That makes a lot more sense than police wagons and
And besides, I always
dirty
hate
cops and Baron Corbin filing false police report, which I didn't even understand what that meant. I was like, how does that what?
I still like to this day, I hate when the entire roster comes out to break up a fight because everyone is fighting with everyone.
And where'd Drew Gulak come from, by the way, last week?
So this actually brings up another point that I was hoping would kind of organically come out here.
Sure.
But Drake Maverick, Leo Rush, and now Drew Gulak, are they ending 205 Live? Is this their way of...
We actually have that exact question at just 2 tweets.
Oh, do we? Okay.
We can address it now. I don't know if they're phasing it out.
Who put the tweet?
I don't know. I have to look down the page.
Okay, we'll reference it later.
Okay, we'll bring it up later. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
The New Day versus Rusev Day for the tag championships on SmackDown.
Aiden goes heel here, obviously, right?
Do you think? Is that where they're going? I feel like they just turned this off. They're just like, nope, fuck it. That's over.
I don't know. I feel like it's been too obvious that Aiden has saved the day every single week to get them to this point, that now it would make more sense for him to maybe turn on Rusev Day rather than Rusev turning on him.
Right. It's almost too good for him to, fire back and be like, "You doubted me? You doubted Aiden English? This is what you get," and just turn on
Yeah,
them.
and it's just, I'm the only reason we're here. I'm the only reason we got to this point. I don't need you anymore, blah, blah, blah. I can see that happening more than what was happening before.
Right. What happened? You picked your wife over me, Rusev. I'm turning heel.
That, or maybe I'm wrong and they lose regularly. I don't know.
I'm not sure if I caught this right or not, but I'm pretty sure last night when he flew off the top turnbuckle and did a crossbody, he sang in midair. I don't know if he just yelled, if he was just like, "Ah," but I think he goes, "Ah." I'll have to look back again, but if that's the case,
I hope he did. I didn't catch it.
If that's true, that's the greatest move of all time. That's the best move in WWE history.
Oh my god!
Right below the leg drop, brother.
Ugh. I hope he did. Now I want to go back and watch.
There's no way they're giving the Rusev Day the tag
No.
championships here. I don't see it.
Although at the same time, like New Day only got it because the Bludgeon Brothers got hurt. So
Yeah.
maybe and
They're
they were
paper
already
champions?
and they were already telling the story, and New Day was there, so it just made sense to just give them the belts. So it is possible that they can switch this off. I don't know.
prefer your booking, Maddie. You make Rusev happy.
I always pick Rusev.
Machka. Machka, Maddie.
My head,
Machka the mark.
my head. I like
Matt the
that.
Machka.
I like that. My head says New Day wins this, and they just run with the belts for a while. But my heart and my actual pick is Rusev Day.
Who's making the pancakes? Whose job
It's
is
a
that?
lot of damn pancakes
They're
every
perfectly
week.
round too. They must have like a little.
You wonder if they're like
template.
those McCain pre-made ones? Maybe they just buy a whole bunch of boxes of those.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
it's McCain. I don't know.
You're
but
probably right.
just like the toaster pancakes.
Okay. See, I didn't realize they made those. They're like perfect circles. All
Yeah.
around?
Oh, they're like pre-made pancakes,
That's probably
like ready crisp bacon sort of thing.
Yes.
Yuck.
Because
but-
I pictured a guy back there with just like a big hot
flipping
plate,
pancakes.
just all day, just flipping mad pancakes, just mad hot cakes all day.
I'm sorry. How many pancakes am I making?
Like biggie. How many do you want to shove down your pants, and how many do we need on the commentary desk?
By the way, Big E stirring pancake batter, shirtless in an apron, the entire match was brilliant.
Oh, pancake mix.
New Day are they're above everyone else right now. You can tell they're just having fun out there, and they're just tops for me. I love them.
I think New Day win.
Fair enough. I mean, that's probably the smart choice.
I want Rusev Day to win, but I also don't, because if Rusev Day win, I'm ending the podcast. Let's talk about Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss. I enjoyed the story they told with Rousey on Monday. I thought it was pretty good. Like the 6-day turnaround after being hurt, that not being the case ever in mixed martial arts.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe she's not 100%. That's really the only way to make it semi-believable in another match against Alexa Bliss, because she punked the shit out of her in the first match.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some logic there, which is appreciated from the Raw creative team.
Well, and I'm sure they want a longer, maybe not longer, but better match than what was that SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think we're going to see her actually in a bit of peril.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I think, I mean, she's not going to lose. Ronda
No, she's
retains.
gonna win.
But
Well, you saw the card for Evolution, bro.
yeah, fair enough. But yeah,
I'm picking Alexa. If Ronda wins,
anything could still change. It's
if
wrestling.
Ronda wins, the podcast is over.
But I hope it's a good match. I really do. I don't know. It's hard to believe that Ronda couldn't just wipe the floor with any of these women in an actual wrestling match.
Sure.
So, but she can sell her ass off too. So I think I don't know. Maybe we've taken Ronda for granted a little bit, thinking that she has to get better and better and better when she's actually already pretty great.
She is pretty good already. I kind of would love to see her over on SmackDown with that crop of ladies, because Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, who's got the actual
Some
MMA
great
gimmick.
wrestlers over there, yeah.
It's almost more believable as far as ladies go. And also Ronda versus like a and Nia Jax on Raw might be kind of interesting, because
Where has she been?
Nia's big.
Is she hurt?
I'm guessing that she's either hurt, maybe, or they were just kind of waiting to introduce her in a way that is more.
She's been gone for like 2 months.
dominant. I don't know.
Like she's been gone since before SummerSlam.
Yeah, she hasn't been on for a while, but she's kind of the giant of that division. You know how they will just like have Big Show disappear and then come back, and all of a sudden it's like
Yeah, but that's
Big
because
deal.
he was also part-time essentially at the time
That's true.
and hurt.
I guess
All the time.
the real answer here is I don't know where Nia Jax
Fair
is.
enough. Not that it, I guess, matters, but
Never mind that, Jax. Where's Roman Reigns?
for the love of God.
Jesus, you scared the hell out of me, Braun.
You should be scared of me. I want to find Roman Reigns. And if I don't, I'm going to put a hole in this wall.
Okay.
Okay. You've already put like myriad holes in the
That's
walls
excessive.
of the house that ADC built anyway.
Way
Don't
excessive.
do that voice.
Sorry. Sorry. He doesn't like when I do voices. Braun,
He doesn't like when he...
I don't know. I don't know where Roman Reigns is, Braun. Please, just leave us alone.
If I find Roman Reigns, you're going to get these hands.
That doesn't make sense.
Wait, why are you getting
wouldn't
those hands?
Yeah, you would give the hands to Roman Reigns.
Braun,
I'm from Raw. It doesn't have to make sense. Raw!
That's the truest thing he's ever said.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's lost it.
He totally lost it.
Hey, was that Kevin Mickey?
No, it was not
Ah,
Mickey. It was
Steve.
Braun Strowman.
They don't even sound the same.
Yeah, swing a beer for Mickey.
All right.
I don't like this infatuation that he has with
Are
Mickey.
you a little jealous?
I'm a little jealous. I've been on this show for like 30 weeks. That's not true.
You've been half-assing it for 30 weeks. you
Wow.
piece of shit.
Wow, Steve. Wow.
Woo!
Oh, I'm not putting
Is
any.
that Ric Flair?
No, I'm just wooing.
Say hi to Rick.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
God. I'm not putting any more slop in his bowl.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
And throughout
What
all
were
of
we
it,
talking about?
Vanguard Dog 1 is just sleeping, enjoying.
Doesn't care.
He likes the voices.
Doggy
Not like
roulette
Braun.
or whatever you called it is not as exciting as we expected.
This game sucks. Anyway,
Oh,
Rousey,
God. Someone forgot the bullets.
anyway, Rousey's going to win.
Yeah, obviously.
Or there's a schmoz finish or something, but Rousey retains.
When does Natty turn heel?
I don't know.
Is it
It's
still too
really
soon?
tough. It's really tough now after her dad passed.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, how long is too long or too short or whatever?
I don't know. Natty turned heel as soon as she started just going, yay!
Oh, that
Holding her
drives me
hands in the
friggin'
air.
insane.
She's been heel with me for a long time, but I still love her because she's Canadian.
She's just so good. Like, she's such a good wrestler.
She's smooth. She's smooth.
Anyways, whatever.
This is a good one. How about Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton Hell in a Cell? A match that's set up is just by far outliving any or outdoing any expectations I would have had for it. If I just saw that written down like 3 months ago, I'd have been like, this match is going to be nothing.
Hey, do you remember that Shinsuke Nakamura is the United States champion?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
I totally don't. That was weird too. The match that they had
Why
last
did
night.
he just randomly fight Shinsuke again?
Because I still have demons, and the only way to get rid of these
right,
demons is to
right.
exorcise them. And then
Right.
tonight on Sunday, I'm going to hell. Enjoy the show. Woo!
Yeah. Anyways, I
love-
brought that up because they put this belt on Shin and they just have no idea what to do with him.
No, yeah. He's totally become just a random player on the show.
Sucks, man. He's so good.
It's weird. They do like a 3-segment match, and then it's just Randy Orton interferes, and Shinsuke's just kind of
an
peace out.
afterthought with the belt. Like, it's just they've given up on the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Anyways, I guess with wrestling, it's always for now.
I'm sure they'll come back into play, around Survivor Series time, because you're probably going to have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins if the parts stay the same, but
I'm
there
going
could
to
be changes.
hot take this a little bit, and
Okay.
I'm going to say that this will be a very boring match until Jeff has his big spot off the cage, which we know.
So you think it's going to be Undertaker versus Shane McMahon from WrestleMania 32? Just boring
Yeah,
as hell until
I just-
somebody dies.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to throw each other into the cage. Sure.
I feel it in my
That's
bones
it.
that I got to jump off this shit.
I don't know. The buildup has been great. The feud has been great. The fact that it is just in a Hell in a Cell to me means absolutely nothing. They're just they're gonna throw each other into the cage. Jeff might bleed, and then he's gonna do his spot off. He's gonna do the swanton off the Hell. in
My
a Cell.
prediction is RK no!
Oh God.
When he yelled that last week, I was just like, what is this show? What is happening? At any rate, I love the fact that Jeff Hardy now will just end all his promos with like, enjoy the show, woo! And the fact that he did it this week after saying, on Sunday night, I'm going to hell. Enjoy the show. Woo! Everyone's
We're gonna do the lucha things.
That was
The lucha
disturbing. What do you mean?
stuff.
He's going to hell? I guess enjoy the show, though? Yay,
It's like he doesn't know how to end his promo.
Yeah, it's great.
Just throw the microphone.
He's like,
Just
by the
throw it
way,
down.
I'm going to seriously hurt myself. Enjoy the show. Woo! We're like, yay.
Oh God.
Is
I am
he gonna be
actually
okay?
I'm scared for Jeff because you just know he wants to go for that ridiculous spot.
He definitely does.
And Randy's gonna move and he's gonna land on his face or on his neck or something, and we're gonna see Jeff hurt himself.
Have you seen Roman Reigns around here?
Oh Jesus Christ! You were just here.
Do you recognize my face?
Looks like a little bitch face.
It's true. I mean, hey, come on, Braun.
Probably unfair and a little harsh, but true. At any rate, it's pretty true. No, I have not seen Roman Reigns. Please leave us alone.
Well, get these hands.
He's been in the same house for the last 45 minutes, however long we've been doing this. Why does he keep asking? We're the only two people
He's
here.
like sidling up to us. Usually I can hear him stomping around, but he just keeps creeping up on me.
For a big man, he's very quiet.
He's cat-like.
Why doesn't he bug Steve? Why does he keep asking us?
I don't know. Steve somehow stays completely isolated. Like Steve's like Pokeroo. I've never seen Steve and myself or one of the other characters of the show in the same room at the same time.
It's true.
It's really strange.
I see them all, and I see them all at
how
once.
that works. Oh yeah, see, you're the eyewitness.
Yeah.
Who's gonna win this Hell in a Cell match? By the way,
Randy Orton.
I say Randy Orton.
There's
wins
no
too.
reason for Jeff to win this. Randy's gonna stick around a little bit longer, cause a little bit more havoc.
Imagine Jeff jumps off the Hell in a Cell to do like a cross body to Randy, and he catches him and gives him an RKO on the table.
He's gonna do an RKO from the swanton off the top through the table.
He's going to catch Jeff Hardy in the middle of the swanton in a Spanish fly.
What?
And then RKO him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
RK. No.
Oh, stop it.
I'm going to hell. Enjoy the show. Woo. Charlotte Flair taking on Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Just a smooth segue.
Straight fire has never been more applicable to Becky Lynch than it is right now.
She is so good.
She's so great.
Just pulling off the Chris Jericho coming out of the crowd.
Yeah.
Ruining that little girl selfie.
I marked out for a quick second. Not marked out, but well, I guess I did kind of mark out by definition. I bit for a second. I was like, oh man, somebody behind her is being way too aggressive. I was just trying to take that selfie.
Come on, brah.
It was just a split second. She like dropped the title, and I was like, guys, calm down. Charlotte's just, she's being attacked. Oh, it's Becky Lynch.
Oh, it's did you go back? Were those the people that she was taking the picture with, the little girls? Were they there the whole time? Do you think?
I have no idea.
Or do you think they were placed?
They must have been placed.
I thought about going back and watching, but I didn't.
I don't like. They can't be somebody that was part of the show unless they just.
So the reason I ask is because then there was a video posted on Twitter of that little girl's perspective, and be like, if she was taking a selfie picture, why was she recording, and how did she catch it all on video?
Yeah, that's true.
That's that to me was like, were they placed?
It was probably a plant, because if you're going to pick somebody randomly in the crowd, you don't know where Becky's got to hide.
Yeah,
and even if you scout somebody out beforehand, you don't know if they're going to be in the bathroom or at a concession stand or looking the other way, or if they're just going to boo Charlotte like that one dude or chick.
Yeah,
in the
she went to
front
give the
row
high
just
five. He's like,
thumbs
nope.
down. It's like, nope, I like Becky Lynch.
Yeah, he was so cool, that guy. So cool.
I think that they proved last night that Charlotte, without Becky being in the ring, will still get cheered because everybody was still totally on Team Charlotte.
Yeah.
Who was it she fit? Mandy Rose?
DeVille.
Sonya Deville, yes. And I think that they've also proven that even though people are cheering Becky, it can still be compelling and she can still be a good character.
Yeah.
The audience are going to cheer and boo who they want. I'm kind of over
the heel
caring
phase.
about who they should have turned heel, despite the fact that Roman Reigns should be heel. And that Charlotte would be a better heel than Becky Lynch. But right now it works because Becky's being very entertaining, and
she's actually great. She's better than I thought she would be.
When you think about the end game, right? They've evolved Becky Lynch.
Yes.
To something that we've not seen before, aside from her run in NXT, which was totally really kind of a different character in a different era anyway for her.
Yeah.
If Charlotte were to turn heel and Becky were to stay the same, it's Charlotte's doing something we've seen before. Becky's doing the same thing we've seen for years. and it's just not as compelling. So this is cool.
It was
And you
the
got
exact
Becky,
same-
oh, screw you and everything.
Yeah.
On it.
It was the exact same thing we said about Bayley and Sasha, though, that we wanted to see Bayley turn heel because it wasn't expected and we hadn't seen it. So Becky is doing way better with this than I actually expected. But I also feel like in wrestling, it's way easier to be a heel.
Oh, it's
So,
way easier.
I mean, she's killing it. She really is killing it.
They should have given her a hashtag straight front pony.
Oh, God.
That's right.
You're just hanging on to that, eh?
Yeah, I'm a asshole.
Fair enough. Charlotte retains. I don't think Becky's winning the belt just yet.
Yeah, I think the chase
Evolution.
is better, especially if she wins at Evolution. It's
Yeah.
it's a pay-per-view. There's only women, no more dudes. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre is the last match we have here versus Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose for this Raw Tag Team Championship.
The Shield win.
I think it'd be cool to have the Shield have
All
all the
belts.
gold.
All the belts.
But what happens when they're up against the Dogs of War?
Don't do that, boys. Have you seen Roman Reigns?
Oh, my God.
God.
Get out of my house.
Oh, you're going to get these hands when I find Roman Reigns.
That makes zero... I'm not going to say it again.
His hands will be full if he finds... Anyways.
He gave you a Samoan drop through the floor. Why do you want to find Roman Reigns?
I want to throw a chair at him again.
Okay, I want to
It's
see
still
that.
one of the greatest spots.
I want to
of
see
the
that.
last
Let's
few
find
years.
Steve. Find Roman Reigns.
All right, kid. First, I got to cut your grass.
Oh God,
no.
no! Don't do that. Oh,
He's already gone.
he's gone.
What were we talking about?
Shield are going to win the championship.
Yeah,
the
right.
tag
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool, especially because they're telling this story about everyone's against the Shield. So give them all the belts.
That'd be great. Hashtag all the gold.
I feel like they need
All
to
the
introduce
belts.
a new member though.
Why don't they just have Drake Maverick join and
Why-
wear one of their outfits and look like a funny little mini-me?
I was thinking of like maybe TJP or something.
Okay, sure. That'd be great. TJP. That'd be fantastic.
I was trying to think of like, who's the worst cruiserweight? that
Drew
would piss
Gulak joining them would
everyone
be
off?
great. That would actually
Drew
be
Gulak joining them would be amazing. But he was out there with the Dogs of War.
He was out there beating up the Shield.
Yeah.
You want to just do tweets?
Is that all the matches?
Then that's it, I think.
Did we go through them all?
Yeah, I think so.
Come on.
Yeah, we did.
The following segment was paid for by the ADCs of wrestling.
Hey, yo. This is just two tweets.
Two tweets.
All right, tweet me, bro. Let's do this. This one's from Flameboy at Flameboy17, who actually said, I better use this.
Nice.
when I said I was going to go back to last week. But anyway, this one's for you, Maddie. He says, hi, Matt the Markiest.
Hi, Flame Boy.
And Andrew David Cox. Since Maddie is having a child, is there a single chance the kid's name would be Andrew David Cox? The full name, regardless of gender. Hashtag Lil Maddie.
I can say with the utmost certainty,
Yes.
absolutely not. Not a damn chance in hell.
You don't
We've
want a
got the
little
name picked
ADC?
out though, but it's not ADC.
It's not ADC.
It is not.
How's the pregnancy coming along there?
Good. She's doing great.
It's
I mean, if you asked her, it's probably different, but I'm doing everything I can to help, make things more comfortable. As
you're like,
comfortable
I
as
feel
possible.
physically fantastic.
I think I had more pregnancy symptoms than she did, to be honest. I threw up more. I've had more headaches. I've had the belly for years.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I've been
showing.
9 months pregnant for like ever. As
You
long
are
as I can
showing
remember.
and glowing.
Oh, always glowing because it's hot. And I'm fat.
Hot take. Okay. Maddie, you are straight fire, my friend.
Yep.
Raider Max Foundation member. This is a great one. He said, fantasy crossover for you guys. Pick 4 wrestlers you think best represent the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He says, Mikey is Tyler Breeze. He says, Ralph. He says Ralph, but I think that's probably a typo.
It's probably Raph.
It's Raph.
Yeah.
Is Samoa Joe. He says, Donnie is Woods. And Leo is AJ Styles. Those are pretty good.
I'm going to let you handle this because I didn't see this and have no time to put anything
Well, you
into
didn't see
it.
Raw either, and you started to figure that out. So, I gave some thought to this because I love this one because the Ninja Turtles are my jam.
I fucking love
I grew
Ninja
up
Turtles.
on TMNT.
Yeah.
I love me some Turtles.
I still play old SNES Turtles and NES.
You
so-
better. Turtles in Time is the OG best game ever.
Oh God, the arcade game.
Turtles 2 was like super. I needed Game Genie. I
Yeah.
couldn't beat it.
No,
I got
it
my
was
ass
tough.
kicked. It was an
So
arcade
hard.
game.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Anyway,
Sorry.
speaking of games, loving the new Spider-Man. It's like
Oh, it's so good.
I'm not gonna say it's God of War, but
I haven't
it's
played God
great.
of War yet. Actually.
Well, you're an idiot.
Do you have the hard disk?
No.
Damn it.
Do you have a hard disk?
No. Stop it.
The curtains
Don't
are open,
smiling
Matty.
at me like that.
You don't like it, Matty.
Oh, no!
Am I bothering you, Matty? Don't be a lemon, baby.
God.
Be a rosebud, Matty.
Do you actually not have the disc of God of War?
No, it's a digital.
Oh,
I
okay.
want digital.
Well, damn it. Anyway.
So anyway, like I said, I put some thought into this. I can't fault you for Woods. There's no better pick than Xavier Woods for Donatello. He's the nerdiest guy in the roster.
Yeah,
he's fantastic.
it's true.
It's a perfect pick. I can't really. The only other guy I could think of would have been like, who's somebody who's super smart. I don't know. Like a Drew Gulak or something, but he's not even like. Maybe when Drew was being goofy, but
Yeah.
Woods is perfectly Donatello. Leo is 100% John Cena. John Cena is the
my
leader
God.
who
Yes.
does everything Master Splinter asks.
Yes.
He's very
Good company
moral.
man. Yeah.
He's all about doing the right thing. He's got one hell of a moral compass.
That is so
Splinter is
true.
clearly Vince McMahon.
Is he? Yeah.
I named you all after my favorite artists. God damn it! You're turtles.
who else?
Raph for me. Samoa Joe works, but I give Raph to Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's a
That's a
smart
good one.
He's a
Yeah.
smart talking guy. He's always got like a little quip, but he's also a
both bald.
badass. He doesn't. Yeah, they're bald. They both have like red because he's kind of a ginge.
Oh, God.
He doesn't play well with authority.
It's true.
It's Raphael. He probably
Yeah.
wouldn't listen to John Cena very well.
I like it.
If I had to, another one I thought of. If I had to pick a Donatello that wasn't Woods, maybe Daniel Bryan. He's kind of a nerd. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was going to say Kevin Steen, not because of his attitude, but because if you actually go back and see how creative he was when he
Sure.
would come to like tables and chairs and stuff
Before Kevin Owens.
before Kevin Owens. And he kind of did it did he have a chairs match? I don't know. He did it once in WWE last year, whatever.
I'd see him more as like a Raph though, because he's a badass.
Well, because he's badass, but when he's goofy and then he's doing stuff with the tables and the chairs and setting up crazy stuff, Donnie did stuff. Donnie does create stuff, right?
Sami Zayn could be a Donnie too, because he's nerdy.
I'd say Sami Zayn's Michelangelo.
Okay, that works. But my Mikey was definitely Matt Riddle. Bro.
He's
Mikey, bro.
bro. I can't wait for the bro chance.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be great.
I'm surprised they've waited.
When Matt
as
Riddle
long as-
comes to WWE, the podcast is over.
He's here. Yeah. He's here. He just hasn't appeared yet, which I'm surprised. But it sounds like he's spending some time at the Performance Center to get a little more
they always do that.
WWE seasoned.
Yeah, they always do that. They got to indoctrinate these guys.
I don't know.
Be like,
They
from
Keith
now
Lee.
on, your promos are going to suck. Your promos are going to suck. They're going to suck. He's like, bro, but I'm Matt Riddle, bro. He's like, your promos are going to suck.
There's nothing in NXT that sucks.
From now on, your promos suck, pal.
Nothing in NXT sucks.
No, that's true. The Elite Beef says, hi, guys. Do you think that from what we saw on Raw that The Undertaker may put his career on the line at the Super Show and Shawn Michaels interferes and helps Triple H retire The Undertaker once and for all? I don't think that's possible because that would single-handedly make Shawn Michaels the biggest heel in wrestling history to retire The Undertaker.
Yeah, and I mean,
didn't work so well for Roman Reigns.
I kind of get it in the fact that Undertaker has never officially put his career on the line. But I mean, he's put his career on the line. Like he's done. He's kind of part-time here. He comes back for these big shows because I mean, he's a big name, he's a big draw.
Shawn Michaels comes back, I'll put you down again.
But I mean, could Shawn Michaels really retire Ric Flair and then come out of retirement to retire The Undertaker? Like, you know what?
That'd be a hell of a
It's a Vince.
That'd be a hell of a coup.
That's a Vince thing to do. I could see him doing it.
Yep,
Stupid
Mr.
Vince.
WrestleMania, Mr. Retire Your Ass. Andy at Yup, this is Andy, says, do you think WWE will stick with the awkward mashup theme for Drew and Dolph, or will they finally come up with a new one? I refer you to the bar.
Yeah.
Forever mashed.
That's pretty much the answer.
It's
At
going to
least
be record scratch forever.
I feel like it's been long enough now that the bar one almost works. Like I don't know if I'm just so used to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, they've kept the good music out of the two.
Yeah. And I feel like they've kind of done the same thing with Dolph.
Is Cesaro's, like, did they even use Cesaro's part of the theme
They
anymore?
just the dee-dee.
Yeah, that's
he
right.
walks out and then
Thank God that music is gone now.
Yeah. But then they actually, like, instead of just stopping one Instead of just stopping one and starting the other, they actually like fade in the bagpipes now. So
which is basically the exact same thing they
it's
do
the
with
exact
McIntyre.
same thing, except Dolph's music is terrible on its own. So the record scratch into his music, then dead stop into the bagpipes is just stupid. But no, they'll never.
I
change
like
it.
Dolph's actual theme. I thought it worked for him forever.
I hate it.
Here to show the world.
I hate it.
Wow, things aren't exactly what they seem, Maddie.
Really?
That's just one.
Because we talked about Dolph's music changing for a year.
That's the lyrics of the song. Things aren't exactly what they seem.
Yeah.
I haven't sung for like a long time. I feel like the YouTube channel is just so dead. I haven't even uploaded the last episode to it.
Or have completed Sexy Back, which I'm still waiting for.
Blame Steve, not me. He's out there tearing holes.
Sure.
In my lawn,
Steve, finish the video as I look dead in your eyes.
Kayfabe. Matt. At Matt Hill Tweets, not you, Matt, but this guy who's tweeting us on the show.
Cool.
We're doing the
I get it.
That's what we're doing right now. If you don't understand, we do a segment with questions.
I hate you.
There you go. You used it.
I hate
Says, can we just cancel Raw and have the mixed I wish it easy for me to say.
See, you can't say it either.
Easy for me to say, Maggle. Every week. Also, who would have thought in 2018 R-Truth would be the best thing on WWE TV? The fabulous Truth.
Dude,
you're right.
Truth is awesome. He's so good.
He's great. It's going to be one hell of a feud when he turns on Carmella. Whew. The mega powers colliding all over again.
He'll get that title shot.
What's up? It's going to be great.
Truth is good, though.
He is good.
Like,
dude, that guy's like 45.
I feel like
he moves like a young man.
Yeah, like he trimmed way down, but like the matches he's been having has been great.
He's always been a talented guy.
I really like Mello with him too.
It works.
Yeah.
It works. He's just always fallen into that comedy role, right? But
yep. He's good
at that too.
He's so good at it.
He's really funny. He's always confused. He's kind of like the Basement Steve. Of
Maurice
SmackDown.
is my cousin in Detroit.
Maurice.
So good.
George S. at El Santoyo, I think, says, I hella thought that was Basement Steve who attacked Kenny Omega. That'd be great.
Man,
Basement Steve's got a little dad bod going on, I guess.
what a great jump in for Jericho.
Yeah, that was good.
Holy crap.
That's good. Dressed like Pentagon.
So good.
It'd be interesting to see where that goes. Hemiman2378.
I can tell you where it goes.
What?
Omega versus Jericho on his cruise.
Well, okay, yes. No, you're right. That's where it goes. That's where it goes. It goes around the Pacific.
Yeah, that's it.
Welcome to Cruise of Jericho!
That cruise of Jericho actually looks pretty rad.
Sure it does. Hemi Man says, "Are we gonna get a pod this week? Or are you still on the Brock Lesnar schedule?" Wow, that hurts.
Holy shit!
Hashtag where the hell is Matt? There was a few of those.
Someone just closed the drapes because it is shady in here.
Close the drapes has like weird connotations now because I made a strange sex joke and I don't.
Oh, you did.
Well, I don't want that to continue.
Damn it.
Yeah, there was a few comments like that this week. By the way, I didn't obviously get to everybody's tweets because there was a couple weeks of stuff. Our boy Darren or Duran at True Individual, always chatting with us, says, isn't it sad that the best WWE shows are on the network instead of cable TV? NXT TakeOver, the UK specials, the Mae Young Classic, etc. Also, have you seen All In? No, I've not seen All In. Damn it. It is kind of sad, but also it makes sense because they're trying to drive the audience to the platform in which you have to pay to see them. And that's why. That's why it's always worked.
Yeah, but
the show on TV always used to be just to get people to go to the house shows. Now it's just to get people to subscribe to the network.
Yeah,
that's why Raw sucks every week.
But now again, like Raw and SmackDown are live shows every single week. NXT is taped like sometimes 2 or 3 weeks, and
that's why it's better.
But that's what I mean. So they're on the network because they don't have to be live every week. Guarantee what happens if Fox ends up taking this over. Or taking over NXT and it's aired weekly and it's live, we're going to see degradation in the quality of NXT. Guaranteed. It's just because they can't tell that many stories and they're going to always have to pump out Adam Cole and the same guy like every single week.
I can see that.
It's just what's going to happen.
You could keep the same schedule of how frequently people appear. Like, you don't have to have Adam Cole out every week just because the show is live. They could just have him out every 3 weeks.
But who else are you going to have?
Everybody else.
It's still developmental in a lot of cases, other than their main top people, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they would ever do NXT live though, because they need guys who are polished enough.
Lots of rumors about it going to Fox Sports 1.
Interesting.
Hopefully not, though. Fingers crossed. No way.
That's why you watch all the shows. You come to talk about them because you've seen them. Jonathan at Video Gaming For You says, why do WWE employees continue to leave steel pipes lying around in the backstage area? Do you feel like something should be done to make the environment safer for the talent backstage? Hashtag Raw makes me go night-night.
Oh, Raw.
I don't know. I hate those stupid polls.
Oh, polls.
I like them.
You're a fan?
I like
you
them.
mark out for the polls?
I like them. It makes it sound dangerous.
You're a big fan of the poll, Matty.
Ting, ting, ting,
you
ting.
love the poll, Matty.
Come on.
Marking out for those
Grow
polls.
up.
I don't know what you're talking about. You love the polls. You love clanging polls.
I do.
Oh, it was. There's actually 2 tweets here from Matt.
Okay.
Matt Hill tweets. He's the one who said, "Do you think the sudden increase of 205 Live talent showing up on Raw might indicate that the WWE are slowly phasing that show out? Also, do you think that by attempting to promote 3 pay-per-views at once, the WWE have really hurt some of the storytelling on their shows?" Yes, they have, for damn sure, hurt the storytelling. But that's been going on for years. I bet that they probably are phasing out 205 Live, but there's also the possibility that they're just trying to get some more exposure on these guys and get some use out of them elsewhere.
Yeah, and that could be the case. They also have so much talent on 205 Live that they have to do something with these guys. Otherwise, they're just not doing anything.
You think making them managers is weird, though? It's like now
Drake
that's the
Maverick
thing.
He's a manager of AOP, but he's also still the general manager of 205 Live. I feel like they have to be one or the other. They can't be both.
I don't hate that as much as I just hate the fact that he's dressing like them. It's the weirdest visual ever.
Sure, because he's so small, but that's probably what makes Vince
small
laugh.
and like he looks like a Ken doll. Like it's so funny. He's out there. He's just got the white tee. Like he should be in his little suit with the AOP.
Sure.
And it just is so weird to me.
But think of Vince backstage watching him. Exactly.
They're monsters. Look at him. He's so small. And he's dressed like him. Ha ha! God damn, that's good TV.
Exactly. So that's why.
That's totally why.
That's why.
He gets a
That's
kick
plain and
out of
simple.
it.
Just dress the little guy like the big guys. Ha ha ha! Anything can happen.
Lashley having a manager is weird, but I actually really like Leo Rush. So
I was going to ask what you think of that Lashley-Leo thing. I think it was great.
I'm happy to have Leo Rush on my TV more often.
Well,
He's
Lashley
a great
needs
character.
somebody, and not everybody can have a Paul Heyman. I think having a guy like Leo Rush just hyping him up like that.
Yeah. That's what he is. He's a little hype man. It's great.
He's totally a hype man. I mean, he's a rapper too, so it makes sense. But also, we never did discuss it, but Bobby Lashley with the my man slapping people. That's okay with me.
I'm okay with it. Yeah,
I like it.
I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. The first time I was like, damn it. And then he did it more. I was like, huh, okay.
He was doing it so much. And then I forget what it was. Was he in the ring with like last week on the show? But he just kept saying, my man. It made me laugh. I laughed. I popped.
I remember seeing it on the Twitter.
It's become a thing for him, and I like it.
I like it. Run with it.
Just my man, Matt the Mark. My man.
My man.
My man.
Shut up, Steve.
Hey, wait, Steve. What?
What?
Am I? Shit. Am I your? Damn it. Am I your man?
Is that Kevin?
Damn it.
Oh man,
Well played.
He loves Kevin.
Well played. Damn it.
It was Matt the Mark.
Oh shit. Definitively not my man.
No takebacks.
He doesn't like you.
Ugh.
What are you gonna do to him, Steve?
I'm gonna drop him on that stack of dimes he calls a neck. Are you pregnant because you've been showing for months?
What a callback, Steve. With the rapier wit.
Nice.
He was always good at cutting promos.
Steve, don't you know it's never polite to ask someone if they're pregnant?
Don't you know it's not polite to look like you?
Wow. Holy cow. He got personal.
Yeah. He's a jerk.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Mary Carr says, hearing Brie Bella's music makes me want to stick Q-tips in my ears and puncture my eardrums.
I saw this one. I felt the same.
Hashtag there is a show this week, right? Hashtag Brock Lesnar schedule. Yeah.
Don't put called out a lot, eh?
Don't put Q-tips in your ears to puncture eardrums. Use a pen. It's much more effective. Jim Martin. Actually, you know what? I got to cover my ass on that. Do not use a pen. I'm going to say, anybody listening to the show, do not put a pen in your ear to puncture eardrums. Do not use Q-tips to puncture eardrums. Don't self-harm at all because that's a terrible idea.
Yep.
Yeah. Last but not least, Jim Martin says, did the ADCs of Wrestling Cox sponsor the Joey Ryan Rest in Penis segment of All In? Hashtag still laughing at that. Yes, we're official partners with Joey Ryan.
Are we?
Yeah, totally partnered
Damn.
with Joey Ryan.
Why didn't you tell me? We should
That's
get him
why
on the show.
The YouTube channel is actually just down until we can get Joey Ryan in on it.
Oh, that's what's happening
And we'll
there.
put more ADCs
Cool.
and wrestling dicks
Cool.
on it and stuff. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
I get it.
I mean, that's what the content is.
I've got one more tweet that kind of came in as we were sitting here talking.
Filtering in live.
Yeah, filtering in live. Our buddy Joe.
Okay.
At Joe CS1220, who's
Good
on
guy.
like a pretty wicked weight loss thing. So I
pretty
wanted
good-
to give him a shout
pretty
out.
good journey.
He's been a bit of an inspiration for me as well as I also too started the
Oh, really? I can't
God.
tell, you son of a bitch.
What a
you
dick.
look the same as always.
Well, yeah, because I just started.
Which is to say terrible.
I just started. You started laughing before you said that. That almost didn't work.
Steve laughed before he said it? I don't know.
Anyways, big shout out to Joe, man. You're a big inspiration, and it's catching on. I'm feeling the health and fitness vibe.
You
But
know who
anyways,
inspires me?
oh, Steve.
Kevin Mickey.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. We have a problem here, Steve.
Woo!
Oh boy.
We got one hell of a match for the pre-show on
Anyways,
Hell in a Cell. Anyway, continue.
Joe tweets at us and says,
Sorry, Joe. Steve derailed it.
hopefully it's not too late. ADC, Andrew David Cox, Matt DeMarchia. So, with Evolution ticket sales being slow currently, how do you think WWE can catch fans' interest to wanting to buy tickets for the event? Hashtag
well,
just 2 tweets.
I mean, it's the card's not even out there yet. You know what I mean?
I think that's the biggest thing. Other than like a couple matches here or there, they're not promoting it. It's driving me crazy.
It's the end of October, though. You know how this works. They've got Hell in a Cell to go.
It's middle of October.
And they've got the Super Showdown. And then by the end of it, it's just going to be nothing but Evolution stuff. And if you haven't heard, it's a pay-per-view. There's only women.
And no dudes.
There's no dudes.
But if they don't start introducing or at least have deals with these vets coming back to be on TV starting like Monday.
But they're going to. You know they are.
They have to be there. If they're not there, they're not going to build enough like story for people to get
pay-per-view is
excited.
like the October 28th or something,
18th,
isn't it? 18th?
17th, whatever.
No.
Pretty sure.
10/28 at 6:30 p.m. is what it says on
Well,
this leaked
I'm
card.
wrong, so whatever.
That's the end of October, man. That's
Fair
a month
enough.
and a half.
But they've got to build up stories to this. It's the only way they're going to get people interested. Otherwise,
They're definitely going to.
like I'm sorry, I'm just not going to buy a ticket to see Ivory. I'm just not.
Why do you hate Ivory so much?
It was the first name that came to my mind, honestly.
No, but I think people are going to buy a ticket to see Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella, and they're going to want to see Lita.
But they're seeing them on the regular shows right now. That's what I mean. They need to have Lita and Trish. Like Trish coming out a couple weeks ago, that was amazing. I thought great.
But they're going to do that again.
I hope so.
You know they're going to do that.
And I hope they're not one-offs.
Well, that's the answer. They'll definitely do it again. So
Hopefully.
they will.
You're stupid.
You're stupid.
Fuck you, Steve.
What?
You heard me.
Oh, you're going to pay for that. I'll figure it out later, but you're going to pay for that somehow. Maybe.
Okay. I guess he's not really going to
Very non-committal
walk the
on
walk.
that
Yeah.
payback.
Interesting.
Fair enough.
Hey, have you guys seen Roman Reigns?
Oh.
Asking for a friend.
Oh, boy.
I guess he's been speaking of Braun.
Braun found Steve.
I'm asking for a friend. If you guys like the show, if you could go to YouTube or iTunes or Spotify or wherever the hell you listen and leave us a review. Tell your friends that, ADC Dub is awesome. I'm Andrew David Cox on Twitter. He's at Matt the Markiest on Twitter. You can tweet the show, all your tweets, all your comments, all the things at ADCs of Wrestling. We'll see you next week. Ball game.
Peace.
Remember to return to the ADCs of Wrestling next week, where I will give my thoughts on retiring Shawn Michaels again, for it is time for him to rest in peace. Oh, have you seen Roman Reigns? Oh, for fuck's sake.